Is life inherently meaningful? If so, so what? And if not, where does meaning come from? I'm not much of a reader. Years of regular video game and social media uses rendered me borderline illiterate. But there's a book I picked up from my local library recently that's managed to grab my ever-fleeting attention span. And that's Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. Meditations is not a narrative novel that blends a point into a story. Rather, it's a collection of short excerpts ranging from half a page to just a single sentence in length that expresses the various meditations of Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius. Here's one specific excerpt I want to bring up today. The time you have left is short. Live it as if you were on a mountain. Here or there makes no difference. If wherever you live you take the world as your city, let men see, let them observe a true man living in accordance with nature. If they cannot bear him, let them kill him. A better fate than a life like theirs. Okay. Before I connect that to the title of my video, let me make something clear that may be unclear out of context. When Marcus says, living in accordance with nature, he's not talking about returning to fucking monkey. He's referring to going with the flow, in a sense. Or more specifically, living up to the tenets of Stoicism by accepting everything out of his control without reacting negatively. Okay, but regardless, that last line, if they cannot bear him, let them kill him, a better fate than a life like theirs, really struck me as profound. Usually I view my life as the most important thing in the world, as it's where all of my experiences stem from. But Marcus subverts this by placing his own pride pertaining to being true to his own principles above his very own life. And that begs the question. If Marcus is placing some sort of meaning above his own life, where does that meaning come from if life is everything you experience? Does meaning stem from life itself, or is meaning something separate from life which simply interacts with life? Is meaning internal and something we decide on ourselves, or something external which is force-fed to us? These are some pretty deep questions, which I don't have the answers to. Let's start with something more simple. What the hell even is meaning? Well, I'm sure a lot of people smarter than me have tried defining meaning for a very long time. But let me take a crack at it, okay? I define meaning, this is just what popped in my head, as a presence of feelings of novelty, engagement, and challenge. Let's look back at the days of working at 7-Eleven. Was there novelty? Very rarely. I saw the same parts of the store and did the same tasks over and over again. Was there engagement? Not really. I felt so chronically disinterested in what I was doing that it reduced my enjoyment in what I previously enjoyed, and now I'm on antidepressants. Was there challenge? Perhaps during a rush of customers, but it was negative, unconstructive stress that didn't better me as a person. So put all of this together, and it's obvious that there wasn't any meaning in merely existing. So the answer to the question of life being inherently meaningful, in my opinion, is no. And the answer to where meaning comes from is that meaning comes from a combination of internal decisions and external conditions.